If your dates sort like 1, 10, 11, 2, 20, you're not dealing with bad sorting. You're dealing with dates that aren't really dates. Excel can only sort true date values correctly because real dates are stored as numbers. The tricky part is that many things can look like a date while actually being text. And once dates are text, Excel sorts them like words, not time. Another common trap is locale. Day and month get swapped, so Excel interprets the same characters as a different date. And then there's custom order, where Excel might be sorting by a list you didn't even know existed. The goal is simple. Identify which problem you have, convert the data safely, and then lock in a reliable sort. In the next few minutes, you'll get a clear checklist you can reuse every time this happens, without breaking your data. Next step. First, let's separate appearance from reality. A real Excel date is a serial number with a date format on top. That's why you can add 7 and get 1 week later. Text that looks like a date can't do that. A fast check is to change the format to general. Real dates turn into numbers like 45,231. Text stays as the same characters. Another check is alignment. By default, numbers align right and text aligns left. But don't rely on that alone because formatting can override it. The most reliable check is a simple formula. Is number on the cell? If it returns false, Excel is not treating it as a date value. This matters because every fix depends on what Excel thinks the data type is. So before converting anything, confirm whether you have true dates, text dates, or a messy mix of both. Next step. Now let's talk about the most common cause: imported data. CSV files, exports from websites, and copied lists often bring dates in as text. Sometimes Excel even adds a leading apostrophe, which forces text. The fix can be simple. Select the column, use text to columns, and pick date with the correct order like MDY or DMY. That forces Excel to parse each entry into a real date value. Another quick method is multiplying by 1 or using paste special with multiply, which converts numeric-looking text into numbers, including date serials in some cases. But be careful. If the text is in a date pattern, multiply won't always parse it correctly. The safest approach is to explicitly parse with text to columns or a formula. After conversion, recheck with general format or IS number. Next step. Hidden characters are a quiet date killer. A date can look perfect, but contain a trailing space, a non-breaking space, or an invisible line break. Excel then treats it as text, and sorting goes sideways. The cleanup strategy is remove extra spaces, remove non-printing characters, then convert. Trim removes normal extra spaces, but it won't remove non-breaking spaces. For that, you can use substitute to replace char 160 with a regular space, then trim again. If you suspect odd characters from web pages, clean can remove some non-printing characters. After cleaning, convert the result to a date value using date value or text to columns. The key is to clean first, convert second. If you convert first, Excel may fail silently and leave you with text that still looks like a date. Next step. Locale issues are the next big category. If your system expects month-day, but your data is day-month, Excel can misread dates without warning. 03/4/2025 is the classic example. Excel can interpret it as March 4th or April 3rd. The danger is that it may convert, but convert incorrectly. The safest way to detect this is to look for impossible dates. If you see values like 13/02/2025 and they still converted, you know Excel is reading DMY. If you see lots of swapped months and days, you need a controlled conversion. Text to columns is again the safest tool because you can explicitly choose DMY or MDY. For mixed sources, you may need separate conversions by region. And once the dates are correct, lock the column to a consistent date format for display. Next step. Sometimes the data isn't even in a slash format. You might have 2025-0403, 03 April 2025, or April 03 2025. ISO format like YYYYMMDD is usually the most stable across locales, but not every import respects it. If you have month names, Excel may parse them based on language settings, so my versus May can break conversion. In those cases, formulas give you control. For ISO text, you can build a real date with date, using left, mid, and right to extract year, month, and day. For month names, you may need a mapping table that converts month text to a month number. The point is, when Excel guessing is unreliable, stop guessing. Parse the components, rebuild with date, then sort the numeric results. Next step. Let's make conversion practical with two formulas you can reuse. If your cell contains a clean text date that Excel understands in your locale, date value is the simplest. It turns 4/3/2025 into a serial number. But date value depends on locale, so it can misinterpret ambiguous dates. When you can't trust date value, build the date yourself. For a text like 2025-04-03, you can do date left A14, mid A162, right A12. That ignores locale and produces a true date. If your text includes time, like 2025-04-03, 1430, you can extract the date part first, then add time value for the time part. After you create the converted column, copy and paste values to replace the originals, so your sort stays stable, even if formulas change. Next step. Another reason sorting looks wrong is that you're sorting only one column. If dates move but the rest of the row doesn't, the list becomes mismatched, and it feels like Excel sorted wrong. The fix is to sort the entire table range, not a single column. The easiest way is to convert your data into an Excel table. Tables expand automatically, keep rows together, and make sorting safer. Also, watch for blank rows or merged cells. Blank rows break a range into separate blocks, so Excel sorts each block independently. Merged cells can prevent proper sorting altogether. Before sorting, remove blank rows inside the dataset, unmerge cells, and confirm your header row is correctly detected. Then sort by the date column, and if needed, add a second sort key, like an ID for ties. Next step. Now let's cover custom lists, because they can override what you expect. Excel supports custom sort orders, like months or weekdays. That's helpful when you want Jan, Feb, Mar instead of alphabetical. But it can surprise you if your data matches a custom list, or if someone enabled it and forgot. For example, text like Mar might sort based on month order, while full dates sort differently. Also, if your dates are actually text month names, Excel might apply a month list and ignore the year entirely. The fix is to check the sort options and disable custom lists when you want a strict chronological sort. And if you do want a custom order, like sorting fiscal periods or academic terms, create a helper column with a numeric index, then sort by that index. Next step. Let's talk about dates that include times, because that affects sorting and grouping. A date time is still one number, where the date is the whole number part and the time is the decimal part. That means two entries on the same day can sort unexpectedly if you only care about the day. If you want to sort by day only, create a helper column that strips time. You can use INT on the date time to keep only the date serial. Then format it as a date. If you need the opposite, sort by time within each day, keep the date time, but add a secondary sort key for time or use the original date time and format it clearly. Also watch for text timestamps, because they can look like date times but behave like text. Convert them before you start building reports. Next step. Errors and blanks can also distort sorting. Excel usually pushes blanks to the bottom, but text blanks, true blanks, and formulas returning empty strings can behave differently. Then there are error values like hash value from failed conversions. If you sort with errors mixed in, you can end up with clusters that look random. The clean approach is to isolate problems first. Use a helper column that flags what each cell is: real date, text date, blank, or error. IS blank catches true blanks, while A1 equals empty catches empty strings. IS error catches conversion failures. Once you flag them, fix or remove the bad rows, or keep them but sort them last with a custom sort order using the helper flag. This turns a confusing sort into a controlled, auditable process. Next step. If you're working with pivot tables or charts, date sorting has one more twist: grouping. Pivot tables can group real dates into months, quarters, and years, but only if the field is a true date type. If your dates are text, grouping is disabled or behaves like alphabetical labels. Another issue is mixed granularity. Some rows have only dates, others have date times. That can create unexpected groups. The fix is the same foundation. Convert everything to real dates or real date times consistently. If you want month-level reporting, create a month start helper date like date year A1, month A1, 1. Then use that field in the pivot table. It sorts cleanly and avoids the April before February problem that happens with text month names. Clean date types make every downstream tool behave. Next step. Here's a simple troubleshooting flow you can memorize. Step 1. Check if Excel sees numbers. Format to general or test with IS number. Step 2. If it's text, clean it. Trim, substitute for char 160, and clean if needed. Step 3. Convert with the most controlled method available. Text to columns with DMY or MDY, or a date formula for ISO strings. Step 4. Confirm again that you now have numbers. Step 5. Sort the entire dataset, preferably as a table, and watch for blank rows and merge cells. Step 6. If the order still looks odd, check for custom list sorting and for times hidden inside the values. This flow keeps you from randomly trying fixes and hoping. It also prevents the worst outcome, silently converting dates incorrectly and building reports on the wrong timeline. Next step. To wrap up, the big idea is that sorting is only as good as the data type underneath. Once you treat date problems as conversion problems, the fixes become predictable. Use quick tests to identify text dates, clean hidden characters before converting, and handle locale swaps with explicit parsing. When you need a custom order, use a helper index so the logic is visible and stable. And when times are involved, decide whether you want day-level or timestamp level sorting, then build the right helper column. If you want more Excel breakdowns like this, subscribe for future tutorials. And for a quick check-in, leave a comment with your situation. Is your issue mainly text dates or a day-month locale swap? Subscribe to keep optimizing your workflow and get back more of your time.